See, that's very difficult to say. I will say one thing, emojis are not going to be the future of art. I refuse to believe that, although I do know one incredible artist in London that does amazing art with some use of emojis, but I would say emojis as a whole are not the future of art. I think they will get outdated fairly soon, hopefully. Memes are a force on their own, and although I have seen some memes in an art book, I won't say which one because you don't want to see this. It wasn't true, and you can explain art any way you want. Basically, if you say it's art, it's art. If I say it's art, it's art. That's the beauty of it. But in terms of the future of art, I'm very much looking forward to virtual reality galleries, which a wide variety of museums have already done with the Google Art Project, where you can go on and you can wander the Louvre, or you can go into the National Museum of History and you can look around like you're there. And I think that's very important to connect the world and to increase understanding and education for someone that can't physically travel to those places, that they can still go and they can still see it and experience it. Although it will never replace, I think, the physical experience of being in a space, it's still very important to develop that and to promote it as alternate resources for those experiences. Regarding the future of art, every single time that we've seen new developments, especially new technological developments, I would say the largest one for art was undoubtedly photography, to where after photography was invented, it was an extremely large reason to why abstract art and impressionist art and abstract expressionist and postmodern and all these cubism, why these styles came into play, because you had a way to capture life realistically. And many artists thought, well, if this camera can capture life better than I can with painting, then what's the point? I'm going to explore different ways of painting and different ways to communicate form and emotion and the atmosphere of the subject. But if we look at art today, you still have hyper-realistic and realistic art. And I could go on a very long tangent as to what is more real. Is photography more real? Is a photo more real? Or is a painting more real? Because there's a wide variety of factors that play into each capture, where a photo, it does distort, it's not incredibly natural just because of the lens shift, being able to capture something that's at 1/1000th of a second, and the way that the light bends and the way that the subject is sitting. Is that more real than a painter that takes an hour to paint a subject, but they take into account the different angle, the way that their own eyes see it, and the different light, the way that the light falls and reflects on the subject, and the certain painterly qualities that a photograph just can't capture, film or digital. But in logical sense, this argument is completely invalid because a photograph is the truth. But is it? So I think these sort of dialogues are going to continue with the technological advancements in art and with virtual art and with augmented reality art and things like that. But even today, you still have artists that paint in hyperrealism. So as you can see, the photograph didn't do anything to change what they do today. So I think that no art is going to be eliminated by virtual art or AR or any sort of virtual galleries. But I think just more art forms are just going to come into play with those advancements.